Yes. Good afternoon. Let's try it one more time. Good afternoon. That sounds like sweet music in my ear. Thank you. Hi, I'm Dr. Howard Spearman, and I'm the president of Rock Valley College. And on behalf of our Board of Trustees and myself as president, I simply want to welcome you to Rock Valley College's Advanced Technology Center ribbon cutting. Thank you for attending. We are excited to be located here in Boone County in the city of Belvidere, and this has certainly been a long time in the making. The concept of a training center such as this has been on the minds of Rock Valley College's Board of Trustees for over a decade. Like many of our industry partners, due to COVID-19 and a problematic supply chain, we faced some challenges. Thanks to the hard work of the board, college leadership, our plant operations and maintenance team, Stenstrom Construction, and our community partners, we are here today. Shout out to the RVC students, faculty, and staff for their flexibility and adaptability regarding the launch of classes here. It is a breath of fresh air to be at this point. I know how important this project is to our community and to our college district. The ATC will be a regional training hub that will address the workforce pipeline in some of our area's most needed fields like manufacturing, transportation, logistics, warehousing. The ATC will address workforce solutions for our industry partners by offering customized trainings to meet their individual needs. We don't claim to be the only solution, but as your community's college, we are RVC proud to be a solution to the growing needs of our workforce. Now let's take a few moments to reflect on how we got here. The RVC Board of Trustees began this journey over 10 years ago. When I became president of RVC in fall of 2020, I picked up the charge to help get the project over the finish line. I did not do it alone. RVC has had the help of our community partners like District 100, led by Superintendent Dan Weisman. Not only did they make this project a reality in Boone County, they have created an endowment to fund scholarships for their graduates who move on to study here at the ATC. Through our RVC Strong campaign, which you will hear more about this afternoon from our Chief Development Officer, Brittany Freiberg, our campaign has worked with donors to create opportunities for our students. A project of this magnitude does not happen without committed community partnerships like Advanced Machine and Engineering, Hennick, Woodward, Comcast, Growth Dimensions, the Workforce Connection, and many more. With the Advanced Technology Center, we want to advance technology for the sake of teaching and learning. You see, sometimes technology is advancing the student, and sometimes technology is advancing the curriculum. Over the last few years, many of our career and technical education programs have seen major redesigns of the curriculum. This important work was led by our talented faculty in tandem with our business and industry partners. These curriculum changes are to meet the needs of our students as well as the needs of the workforce pipeline. Our current program offerings here include welding, mechatronics, CNC, forklift training. We also added traffic safety as well as English as a second language classes. As we celebrate today, I thank each and every one of you here for your support of our mission to empower students and community through lifelong learning. Thank you again to our valuable community partners who not only helped to launch the ATC, but will also ensure its longevity. Thank you to RVC trustee Bob Trojan and his late wife Norma, who went all in on this project, committing financially to the future of the ATC through scholarships. Thank you, sir. And now we look to the future. Instead of focusing on brick and mortar, I truly get to focus on my passion, which is persistence, enrollment, retention, and completion, also known as student success. It's what I love, it's why I'm in higher education, it's why I'm so passionate and excited about this building to help us continue with quality of education in Winnebago, Boone, and other serving counties. So thank you for that. We are so excited to continue exploring the needs of our industry partners in our workforce pipeline. And this will be impactful, not for years, but for decades to come. Now, following my remarks, you will hear from Jared Funderburg, Chair of the RVC Board of Trustees, Brittany Freiberg, Chief Development Officer of the RVC Foundation, Nick Boonhaw, representing District 100 on behalf of Dr. Weisman, and you will also last, but definitely not least, hear from one of our very own students, Erica Turner, an RVC welding student. With that, I am pleased to welcome the Chair of the Rock Valley College Board of Trustees, Jared Funderburg.
Thank you, Dr. Spearman. Now, I did practice, so please, patience. And I apologize in advance for not specifically thanking everyone, but if we did that, I would be here all afternoon. So good afternoon. I am Jared Funderburg, Chairman of the Rock Valley College Board of Trustees. On behalf of the entire board, I am so honored to be here today to stand before you and finally celebrate the opening of the Rock Valley College Advanced Technology Center. While the path to this day hasn't always been an easy one, so many people have rallied to make this day possible. I am here today absolutely filled with gratitude. As Dr. Spearman has just said, this project has been in discussion as a college for more than a decade. I'd like to take time and acknowledge former board chair Patrick Murphy for his tenacity and perseverance with this project. His leadership and push is a big reason why we are here today. There is a tremendous need in our region to train individuals to take on skilled careers in our workforce, specifically manufacturing and its associated industries. We are so proud to be a part of the workforce solution here in our community. As a college, we have always excelled at the liberal arts and science transfer options. Our faculty and their dedication to student success is exceptional, and that is without question. With that said, there has existed for some time a great and growing need to develop a skilled workforce in our community. It is challenging to find enough quality technical programs in our region and equally challenging to find the people to fill these openings. The Advanced Technology Center offers a pathway for students who are not looking to complete a baccalaureate degree. This is a pathway for students who want to earn credentials and jump right into the workforce and right into a rewarding, well-paying career. As trustees, we are charged with the fiduciary oversight for the college. I am pleased to report that this project did not place a burden on our taxpayers. We came in under our $15 million budget, and not to mention, we own this fantastic building. Thank you. That was not necessarily an easy feat. I acknowledge that we could not have done this without cooperation and the flexibility of our general contractor, Stenstrom, the trade companies they directed, and the project architect, Ullman Ernst Martin Architects and Engineers here in Belvidere. I would also be remiss if I did not also mention the outstanding project leadership from RVC's Executive Director of Plant Operations and Maintenance, Janet Taylor, and the hard work of our college CFO, Ellen Olson. Thank you. When we started this journey, we reviewed bids from all over the college district. Ultimately, we unanimously selected the proposal from District 100. They have been excellent partners on this project. Thank you to Superintendent Dr. Daniel Wiesman, former CFO Greg Brown, and Director of Career Readiness, Nick Butenhoff. From the beginning, we have been welcomed and supported by Pam Fettis and her team at Growth Dimensions. Honestly, the entire Belvidere community have welcomed us, and it has been a very, very pleasant experience for us all. Thank you, Growth Dimensions, and thank you to the Belvidere community. Truly there are so many who have given blood, sweat, and tears to this project. If you are here today, we know you have a vested interest in the ATC, and we are grateful for the role that all of you have played to get us here today. A lot of grit has gone into this project. Lastly, I want to thank everyone at RVC who worked on this, our faculty and our staff. On behalf of the RVC board, we extend a special thank you to RVC President Dr. Howard Spearman. All of us on the board, thank you. All of us on the board truly appreciate your leadership on getting us to the finish line. We have all worked very hard, and we are all very thankful to celebrate this ribbon cutting with all of you here today. Thank you. And now, this is Brittany Frederick.
Good afternoon. As mentioned, I am. Oh, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. I was like, what'd I do wrong already? As Dr. Spearman shared, I'm Brittany Freiberg, and I have the honor of serving every day as the Chief Development Officer for Rock Valley College Foundation. Over the last 9 months, Dr. Spearman and myself and our two campaign co-chairs, Barry Kramer and John Wolf, have worked quietly but diligently to quietly launch our new RVC Strong campaign for student success and scholarships. If you spend any amount of time with Dr. Spearman, you quickly learn that student success is at the forefront of his mind, his administration, and his heart. Only a few months into his presidency, he came to me and said, I want to launch a campaign, and I want to do it for students. So we quickly went to work together and established a student-focused campaign to raise $1 million for student scholarships that would put students directly into the workforce. So this campaign has a focus on scholarships for our high priority occupation areas, as well as creating a new student crisis relief fund entitled the RVC Strong Fund for Student Success. That fund, thank you. Why student relief is so important is we see all the time students at risk of dropping out of Rock Valley for an expense that's unexpected and it's under $500. For them, that expense might as well be $20,000. So this new fund through this campaign allows us to help keep those students enrolled and on track to persist and complete. Many of our students find themselves in financial situations due to sudden job loss due to COVID, homelessness, or medical crisis. And through this campaign, we're able to keep those students enrolled during their greatest time of need. The timing of this project with the ATC launch and the campaign launch worked beautifully because these classrooms and labs allowed us a naming opportunity for some of our campaign lead donors to put their name on something, to have a point of pride for them, but to restrict all of their dollars directly to student support and scholarships. As you walk around our new beautiful facility today, I hope that you pause outside of some of our classrooms and labs and take note of the names that you see recognized there. Those individual families and companies linked arms with us while we were still quiet throughout the community on this campaign. They toured this facility when it was empty. It did not look like it did today, but they believed in the value, they believed in the vision of the ATC, the solution it could be to some of our workforce issues, and they also believed in the student scholarships and what impact that could have. Time and again at Rock Valley College, we have seen how scholarships can make all things possible. And in many instances, it's only because of scholarships that a student is enrolled at Rock Valley. Today, on behalf of my RVC Foundation Board of Directors and my foundation team, we pause to recognize and thank some of our silent lead campaign donors to RVC Strong, many of which are in the room today. Thank you to our very first donor to the campaign who gave just on a concept. It wasn't even in writing yet. Sylvia Emerson, retired computer science faculty from Rock Valley College. Robert and Norma Trojan, Comcast, Advanced Machine and Engineering, AME, Hennig, the Gollner Family Charitable Foundation, Rockford Ministers Fellowship, and the Woodward Charitable Trust. Thanks to these lead donors, along with 71 other donors who contributed during our quiet phase, I'm thrilled to share with you, as of this morning at 10 a.m., we have hit our $1 million goal. Thanks to the generosity of the Woodward Charitable Trust, you are now officially, as of this morning, sitting and standing in the new Woodward Mechatronics Flex Lab. So with 9 months left in our campaign, which is set to end December 31st of this year, we will not quit. Dr. Spearman and I will not quietly hang our hats. We have 9 months to see just how far past that goal we can reach. Because we know internally that if we set a $1 million goal, that the need and the opportunity for additional student scholarships, especially within advanced technology, manufacturing, health careers, that the need far outweighs any goal that we can set. So we'll continue to move forward. If today you walk around this facility and you see things that inspire you and you want to become part of the RVC Strong campaign family, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Dr. Spearman, or you can go to our website and click on the Donate Now and make a gift today in honor of this significant campaign and the milestone that we're celebrating today. Once more, thank you again to everyone in the room who quietly gave, who saw the value in what we were doing, and has helped make this campaign a success, but more so for the success of our students and our future workforce. We cannot do what we do every day at work without you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Nick Butenoff. I'm the Director of Career Readiness with the Belvidere School District, and I'd like to thank President Spearman and Chairman Funderburg for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you all today. I'm incredibly honored to be here and very proud that I was able to play just a small part on the team that made this possible. I'd like to start with a little bit of a personal story here. A little under a year ago, my oldest son had a baseball tournament at the fairgrounds. It was an early start, and the team, the coach wants to do the warm-up and everything, and so I took my younger son and daughter to Rollin' Donuts right over here, best donuts in town. So if you're ever here early, best donuts in town, Rollin' Donuts. And as we walked out of the building, I showed my kids this building. And I told them, see that building? That used to be a store. And me and a bunch of the guys that I work with, my friends, we're going to make that store and turn it into a college. And you know what my son asked me? He said, do you have a napkin? Because he had chocolate all over his face. And again, best donuts in town, okay? But he then asked me, what's college? Which, as Director of Career Readiness, I hadn't actually been asked that in a while, and so I thought about it for a second. I said, okay, college is a school where people go to learn what they need to do to get a job. So my 8-year-old son said, okay, so let me get this straight. You and your friends are going to take a store, make it a school, so people can get a job. And I said, yes. He said, wow, Daddy, that's pretty awesome. So thank you, President Spearman. My son thinks I'm awesome. Had to share that because I thought it was just a cool part of this. Because everything's simpler in the eyes of an 8-year-old, right? But really, there's a lot I could say about this project, but that's it. It's awesome. And we're proud and excited to be a part of it here as District 100, as a school district here in Boone County, in Belvidere. In Boone County, we are proud of our city, towns, schools, and businesses. We value the partnerships we form. The people we work with become our friends, and we treat our friends like family. Business is done with handshakes or fist pounds because of COVID, because they still mean something. What they mean is you have our word, and in our community, our word is our bond. So when we made our proposal about 2 years ago, our pitch was pretty simple. We have partnered with the college a lot. We consider them our friends and part of the District 100 family, and we wanted to help them. Yes, we said we would create building layouts, assist with project management, develop talent pipelines, but really we just wanted to help RVC because they're our friends. We told them we wanted to help them get this project done, and we gave them our word. 2 years later, here we are. 2 years later, here we are in a state-of-the-art facility with equipment that is ready to train the workforce of the future in our region. Chairman Funderburg said it exactly right. The ATC is positioned to provide non-traditional pathways to newly formed, in high demand, and incredibly rewarding careers. And the truth is, in the past, in education, we have failed to do this well. We tell our students to graduate from high school, go to college, and you'll be fine. Through the eyes, again, of my 8-year-old son, essentially what we do is we buy a Lego set, we show them what they could build, we give them all the pieces, and maybe we give them the instruction booklet, but we rip out a bunch of pages and give them the first step, middle step, and last step. RVC's approach to post-secondary education is so much different than that. Through their use of stackable credentials and certifications, students get all the pieces. They get all the directions, plus they get options, so they can build whatever career they want. The ATC provides more options. The fact that we are in this building right now shows the college's commitment to this approach and their commitment to workforce development in our region. So, what very few people will ever probably know is really like how much teamwork went into a project like this and what a cool experience it was. So I just need to take a few moments here and thank like 30, 40 people. Unlike Chairman Funderburg, I'm just going to go ahead and thank everybody. No, just kidding, just kidding. From the Belvidere community, I want to thank Dr. Dan Wiesman, board member and former board president Carla Mayville, current board president Allison Reed-Nemick, for all their support from our school district and their continued support with all aspects of our RVC partnership. I'd like to thank former Belvidere Mayor Mike Chamberlain, current Mayor Clinton Morris, and Growth Dimensions Executive Director Pam Fettis for getting the word out to our community, rallying the troops, so to speak, and for all their continued support on this project. Our former CFO, Dr. Greg Brown, who provided the project management leadership throughout this project, his leadership expertise and style were critical at every stage of this project. Without Greg's guidance, I'm not so sure that we'd be here today. To that end, though, I should thank Greg's wife, because it was her idea. Paul Ullman, Don Heelan, Jeff Ernest, and everyone at Ullman Ernest Market Architects for their flexibility, creativity, and frankly, their forgiveness. We changed our minds a lot, so thank you to them. Dave Dingus, Tom Lee, and everyone associated with Stenstrom Construction. Managing a construction project involved with a lot of people in education is tough to begin with, and then mix in, the whole pandemic thing. They did it, they managed that very well, and they were great to work with, so thank you. Speaking of student learning and student success, I want to thank former Vice President Gina Corona, Dean of Career and Technical Education Vicki Brust, Executive Director of Early College Kara Schultz, District 100's Early College Coordinator Kelly Cooper, who all helped support me in the alignment of the development of our manufacturing pathway so that our students would be ready to access this great building when it was finally completed. With their support, we were able to build a mechatronics lab at each of our high schools. We've created an Intro to Mechatronics course that we have 3 sections running right now. We're going to have 4 next year. And coming up this fall, we have a large group of students who will be attending the Advanced Technology Center, taking welding as part of their high school schedule this fall. This is not to mention, and we talked about a talent pipeline, as President Spearman briefly mentioned earlier, special thanks to the Miles family here in Belvidere for their generous gift that allows us to develop a scholarship program so that District 100 students can complete these ATC programs upon high school graduation at no cost starting this fall. To all RVC team members who played a part in this, there are so many aspects of this project that just couldn't have been completed without the coordination and support of RVC's administrators and faculty. Special thanks again goes to the Director of Facilities and Operations, Janet Taylor, Vice President of Operations, Rick Jenks, who provided incredible leadership throughout this process, but also a lot of laughs. To the Board of Trustees, especially former Chairman Patrick Murphy, current Chairman Jared Funderburg, and for their leadership and commitment to this project in support of RVC's innovative approach to post-secondary education. And lastly, to President Spearman for his leadership and commitment to the college's role in workforce development and his passion for including secondary students as part of that plan. So, in some ways, this moment is almost 55 years in the making. Almost 55 years ago, RVC started construction on the first of their buildings. Today, we officially celebrate the grand opening of the Advanced Technology Center. So it's with great honor, on behalf of the Belvidere School District, the residents of the great county of Boone County, and the Belvidere community, I am so proud to finally say to Rock Valley College, welcome to Belvidere.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Obviously, everybody else has said thank you, but seriously, thank you guys for being here. This is a huge, huge event for us. It's definitely very, very heartwarming. So seriously, thank you all for coming. My name is Erica Turner, and I'm a welding student here at Rock Valley College. I just want to thank Taylor and Kim especially for inviting me to speak here at this event today. It's definitely a very proud moment for me. You might not be able to tell, but I'm not your average conventional student. I'm actually 30 years old. It has taken me a long time to come back to school. It's taken me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do. I've had all kinds of things to go through my head. And before choosing to come to RVC, I worked a number of jobs, a lot of manufacturing jobs. I've pretty much been in the manufacturing industry ever since I started working. And I couldn't find something that I truly love to do. It was at one of these jobs that I actually worked next to the welding team. And I asked my welding lead one day, I said, hey, I really like what you guys do. I was like, is there any way that you could teach me? And he said, yeah, sure, why not? You know, when you got some extra time, come on over and I'll show you a couple things. It was definitely then that I found my passion for welding. After talking to my wife, we decided to go for it. I chose to attend Rock Valley because it was close to home, and I knew that it was a great college. My mother had gone for a few classes, and she absolutely loved it here. Before I knew it, I was getting ready for my first day of classes at the Stenstrom Center. I quickly realized that the welding program was amazing and also had absolutely great instructors. That's really one of my favorite things about Rock Valley is your instructors are not only instructors, but they become your friends. They become mentors. They become someone that you can look back in your later years in life and be like, hey, they're the person that got me where I am. They're the person that I was able to take time out of my day and go speak to them. And they didn't act annoyed. They didn't act irritated. They will answer any question you have, no matter what it is, and they'll give you the direction that you need. So I want to give a special thanks out to Jeff Petty, Bill Isham, and George Bain for being the instructors that I couldn't have asked for anyone better. They are the kind of people that don't just instruct you, but they allow you to have fun while you're learning. And they give you a lot of very good advice, not just in welding, but also in life. By the end of the fall semester, we found out that we were moving into the Advanced Technology Center. Huge relief. It wasn't until we got here that we realized how much of an impact that this place was truly going to have on us. Our jaws literally dropped when we first walked in the door for that first day of class. It was kind of one of those things where you come in and you're like, holy cow, there's a lot of stuff here. It's a little intimidating, but it was definitely something to be proud of. I'm so proud to be part of ATC's history, being part of not only the first class, but also being able to leave our footprint and build the stepping stones for the classes that are coming after us. Thank you. And really, the space here is just a lot bigger. So it gives us more possibilities, and on top of all the new technology, I mean, everything here is just beyond what we could think of, you know, things that we would be able to have. One of my favorite things about the ATC is definitely being in the weld lab and being able to see what your instructor is doing from your booth. We have what you call a weld camera, which is a little camera. It shows the weld and it automatically dims lights so, you know, it doesn't bother you. And we've got TVs up in the lab that you can see, so all you gotta do is turn your chair around and there you go. My time at RVC has also shown me that I can achieve things that I never even thought were possible. Not only have I become a better welder, but I have also proven to myself, I've also proven to myself that I really can succeed if I put my mind to it. This past semester, I was inducted into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. With a 4.0 GPA, and I also made the president's list. Thank you. These were definitely both a huge highlight in my life, and I couldn't have been more proud of myself, nor could I have done it without the help and support of all of my family and the staff here at the ATC. Now, I have less than 6 weeks until I graduate. After RVC, I'm looking to pursue a career in either MIG or stick welding, and hopefully making time to be able to find a traveling job. I want to say thank you to my family, especially my wife, for being my support system. She's definitely my rock. I couldn't have done it without her. And a special thank you again to the faculty and staff at the ATC, especially Jeff Petty, Bill Isham, and George Bain. Not only have you taught me so much in welding, but you have also been amazing mentors, and I am glad that our paths have crossed. And for anybody that's looking to come to RVC for anything, I definitely think that it is a huge opportunity, and it is truly worth it. And I hope that you have just as positive as an experience as I did. Thank you.
So, as you can see, maybe, first of all, thank you for going through this journey with me today and with us today. But as you can see, there have been so much blood, sweat, and tears, sweat equity that's been put into this. And so I want to thank each of you for that. Now, I'm going to go off script for just a little bit. First, I want to thank our Executive Director of College Communications, who's trying to hide from me, but Jennifer Thompson, for helping me to coordinate this today. Jennifer's been having a rough couple of weeks here, but she's been able to balance, and I thank her, and I just wanted her to know, and you to know how much I appreciate her for the hard work that she put into it. Also, I would be remiss if I did not show appreciation for my leadership team, and they're going to be upset with me, but if you're here right now, I just want you to stand up, because this is the team that are working long hours with me. Yeah. I believe in transparency. I believe that the left hand should know what the right hand is doing, and that way there's less confusion and we have more efficiency. And if I'm having late nights, they're having late nights, whether they want to or not. But they do it with a smile on their face, and I can see their passion every day. And also, we have the newest face of the Advanced Technology Center that's going to help us as we continue to move this forward. He's our Vice President of Industry Development, Industry Partnerships, and Community Engagement. He's probably he's not expecting this, but Dr. Hanson Stewart, stand up so that folks know who you are. Dr. Stewart is coming from Arkansas, Shorter College, HBCU, a historically black college and university out of Arkansas. And so he'll be helping us to continue to move forward with the sustainability of the Advanced Technology Center. Again, thank each and every one of you for your work and your commitment and your passion to ATC and the hard work that's being done in Boone County. With that said, it is ribbon cutting time. Now, so for the ribbon cutting, I'm going to ask everybody that's behind me to take part in the ribbon cutting, and then I'm going to ask our 4 trustees that are here today to take part in the ribbon cutting. After the ribbon cutting, we will also have some group photos. The beautiful wall art, when you first come in, we're going to have some group photos. So I'm going to ask our RVC donors to take a photo, Board of Trustees, and the cabinet or leadership team to take photos. If we have our project contractors and architects here, please feel free to take photos. Belvidere Chamber and Growth Dimension members, if you're here, please feel free to take photos. We'll call you those groups out in that order, and if there's other groups that would like to take photos, please feel free to do so. With that said, once we're done with the ribbon cutting, I ask that you walk around, explore the facility. We'll have people in each of our labs that can answer questions for you. We literally have 2 active classes right now. At least the CNC is finishing up, and there may still be some welding happening right now. So, but we'll have some folks there that can answer questions for you, and then you can explore in and out of the facility that way. Make sure you enjoy the treats, and make sure you say hello to somebody you do not know. How about that? We are a family, so let's continue to be that way, and let's continue to make it happen. Once again, thank you, and those who are part of the ribbon cutting, please step up to this ribbon here, and we want the silver ribbon to face the people. Listen to Jennifer first. Oh, yeah. I suppose I need this, right? Please enjoy.